啫。
冇嘢錄影咯，咪
你咪有啊？同埋錄影啲咩奇奇怪怪嘅？
啲咩嚟？你錄緊啲咩 PY 交
？PY 交易。
PY 交易。
睇咩咧？
睇片。
奇怪嘢啦。
Oh my god！ 你同 Mac 機一樣咯，冇啦冇。
開咗波啊？
未啊。
冇晒。
你講緊邊度？
最多等緊人入嚟嘅佢哋。
唔係我有咩啊？續譯啊，直播啊！你哋個直播。
梗係唔明，我唔知，我又唔會 call 俾 K 嘅今場。
你會打比賽咩？
係啊，
加油啊！
但我10點咯係。
我 reschedule 咗場比賽去。
啊！雪條運得。
去3點。
3點？凌晨定？
即係下面
星期日3點。
今日3點。
今日3點係。
唔係咩？I mean 下晝3點。
哦，頭先啊。
哦。我以為你講你諗咁，我以為你
一陣3點我以為。
我以為你喺美國添。
大佬啊！
跟住同我哋講我哋嘅凌晨3點你要打比賽。
我以為你咁恐怖。
我以為你咁恐怖添，原來。
我唔係。
但係我試過凌晨4點打比賽。
黐線。
FX 咯呢啲。
咪做咩學著？做咩學著 Beat Free 啊？你哋？
佢 free 凌晨5點啊！
凌晨5點打嘅好似係啦。
係啊，佢上場對美國嗰時候，
好爽啊！佢見到佢，
你真係癲佬嚟嘅。
嗰日佢係咩啊？早睡早起咧，佢凌晨啲咩起嘅？
校鬧鐘啩，跟住晨早瞓啦。
校就係英國人啊，對面真係多元化。
有香港，我哋呢度香港好多人。
你對英國而家1點鐘，係啊，對面英國1點鐘啦，1點鐘打好數，我哋。對晏晝點半打好數，9點會打好數。
唉，快型兔。
跟住有個咩啊？有個澳洲人咯，佢有點啊？
飛行出吞拿魚。
What's going on, dude?
吞埋我哋所有人。
Finals weekend. The stakes couldn't be higher. Every team wants to get through to this week. You know, not just for the badge, but just for the glory.
哇！究竟香港可唔可以再創歷史啊？
Especially with what we've got coming up.
希望
仆街你班全部毒奶嘅。
Korea. I don't know who to choose.
炒佢出嚟快啲。
I mean, if you looked at like historical results, past power, SK are the ones with all of that history of
快啲班毒奶呢班
so highly every single year.
U 個超勁嗰啲 HR 傻
historically have been the underdogs, right? They've always been that plucky lower seeded team that would always upset the higher seed teams. But this year they have a lot of late game power and
呢個外上喺度嘅。
I am surprised at how well they're doing on these harder pools. They keep continuing to scale up, and their carries have been playing excellently. They are such great form.
Final
冇玩過，
咩 pool 㗎？
冇玩過啦。
冇玩過
啊，得我玩過㗎咋？
加油啊你啊！
即係呢個韓國隊你揀 Low 係咯，即係揀咗 Low 咯，係咯，
冇錯。
都可以通常 stream 啦，
係一張好 stream 嘅 stream 圖啦，
係啦，
都 final 啦，都係。
咁 DT2 就係 speed 嚟啦，
係啦，好 speed 嘅 speed 咯，
好 speed 嘅 speed 咯。
哇！呢個韓國隊打 No More 食哇
No More Four 咪踢咯，
哇好踢啊！呢張真係踢過以前嗰啲，踢過以前嗰啲
incredible performances from them. I mean, traditionally the US have never really lost on maps like No Mod 6.
好啊
So to actually take that off them.
咁要講就係今場嘅 final 個咩 pool 係真係好難啊！比起上場嘅呢個 semi final 嚟講係真係爭好遠，
爭好遠，
難咗好多，
難咗好多啊！
嗱個 Low More 嘢咧就終於。
Sort of maps, that's the US
試翻啲年打啦
right? They are the strongest team in the
my god
maps without a doubt.
其實上場嘅都話跳得好難。
So the fact that they dropped that and they also dropped the hidden one.
佢係呢個 Low More 2嘅，如果我覺得個 Low More 2比較似係
Hong Kong really
即係偉傑喺舊年會見到嘅風格啦。我覺得係。
啊咁啊 ，No 5都好難咯，真係
240
BPM 嘅一個手速連打，就要係持續3分鐘嘅。
HD1 都好難咯，佢要求更多 reading 啦佢。
maps，even the basic
不
ones
過咧
here
就係睇到呢
are
個
intense enough to
黑
bring
鑊
out
一咧
some
，Excel 一
inconsistencies
咧
in
係呢個
even front
NCY
four
咧
of some
係
of
有
these teams,
FC
right?
嘅，我唔知香港會唔會揀呢
Do
張
Hong
啦。
Kong have the
唔會
depth
咯。
throughout this pool to take on
No
South
more
Korea?
four ban，
哎呀，冇咗個
冇
貨，
哎呀，
唔好聽 map 啦，我哋。
呢張好黐線咯，個貨啊嘛，
I
張
definitely think they have
黐
the
線嘅，
potential
嗰啲滑條係變啦，跟住咧 at 咧應該低到黐線嘅，咁啊大家應該全部都 slide 到 break，咁啊 ban 咗佢咧就大好。
They've really got to hope that some of these maps go.
大家都唔中意 No More 4。
South Korea coming
哎呀
No More
five
No More 4.
照舊都係 speed 啦。
No More 5
There are
係
certain
speed，哇！呢張
things that
speed 嘅
they are
3分鐘
getting to
就真係好長咯。
to try and take
真係
some
好
of the
試
power
咩咯？
out of this
DT3
Hong Kong
同埋
some
係
more
DT3
gimmicky
係
maps.
呢班人係廢話之
係啦
sort of thing.
手速咧又係270，
Korea need to
手
target.
速啊！
大家都唔中意手速啊，
You know,
好廢話，好
especially
廢話，中意廢話呢條全部都係。
冇錯。
大家都唔
tricky
中意
hidden
speed 啊，
maps.
所以
Definitely
ban
some stuff from
speed
free mod. That's
係
the
咯
sort of，things
我
we
哋
need
都唔
to
中意
take out
嘅咯。
我都唔中意
to
speed 啊。
try and
大家都
balance
唔中
this.
意
Whereas
speed
on the other side of the table, Hong Kong, they need to
冇
some of these more speedier maps.
當講咯，佢中意玩啲
They're
二
doing,
兩三四
you
先。
know, No Mod
而家
5,
咪而家俾我
DT3. We've seen
呢啲
South
唔
Korea,
係
especially
呢啲唔
against
係
some
FX 先會
tier
玩
teams
嘅
in this
咩？
tournament, like
得你話咯。
Kingdom, for example.
呢啲梗係
They've
FX
really
玩嘅
got
啦，而
a
家。
係啦。
decent speed.
你我屋企又覺得
OK, Vertex Delta，
我哋呢個係比較似係 Watch Party 嗰啲啊。
係 Watch Party
又係 Watch
我哋
Party
香港拉
啊
Watch Party 啊。
，Watch
我哋唔
Party
係
啊！
comment，我哋唔係 comment 咗，
我哋要 casual 啲，咁啲人先係啊。
好 casual 我哋，我有啲打邊就仲夠 casual 啊！依家
係啊，好 casual，梗係全部人着便服，梗係好 casual 嘅。
啱啊！
我咩緊？我直播緊添喎！依家我一直播嗰次打比賽咯，仲 casual 啊！
一邊打比賽一邊睇人哋打比賽。
阿 c o stream 好似開咗加碼咁樣。
OK，
basically
Free mod one ban
it's crazy.
Free mod
sliding.
one，
And the free mod
玩
one
完啊個比賽
is-
map 一張都冇打過，玩完。
唔 ban 咗 free mod
Free mod
one，
one 其實算係比較簡單嘅一張 map 喎。
哇！
These
哇，
trickier gimmicky
簡單
maps.
係算簡單嘅喎，呢一度入邊係，
玩完嘅就係玩
所以咪
完。
ban 咗佢咯。
但係 ban 咗佢就係啦。
They've been perfect
睇嚟唔想
finding
俾
things like
機
that
會
so
啊
far.
HD free 啊
HD free 嘅，咁我哋呢邊嚟揀
香港 rolling 好似未輸過。
Three dooms, hidden three.
一張 aim 啦，同埋考呢個讀圖嘅。咁啊，主要都係睇呢個移動方面咧，移得夠唔夠快，同埋
The
係
least of
咁就睇下570會唔會上場啦。
reading 啊，A21加油啊！
and ice cut maps tend to have
Wow,
pretty
HD
weird
free.
spacing to
其實香港有冇試過 rolling 啊？
都係嗰四大天
全部都
王。
贏
low VPN streams, lots of 160s
哇！你贏咗個 roll 已經贏咗一半啦，
with plenty of whacked out stream spacing.
都係嗰四大天王上場啦。
四大天王，
Nasty.
有啲黃㗎
好難唔係四大天喎。
MCI4 Jappy Free A1
即係佢揀 No More 2唔係
I
IS
think
上 No More 2 啊。
they're probably looking at this, you know, the South Korean side and going,
Oh,
this is a
it's
tricky 1/6 map. You know, it's got very
香港最強嗰四個就係嗰四個啦。
patterns.
係啦，我唔中意 cook，因為我唔中意個 commit 到咯。
香港嗰四個撐晒成天。
Because this map nearly 2 minutes long, I think.
佢係主戰嚟㗎。
So it is.
你揾到香港第五個，勁佢四個人嘅。
呢度好潮，一啲都唔係咁 professional。
啲人係啲我 self 佢好嘢啦。正常啊！你諗下 South Korea 嗰陣時，今年咩料？我哋香港咩料？我哋香港年中廢，以前
It's looking to be a very strong
對住咯，咪對住咯，問
can
你。
out South Korea.
最衰嗰啲冇 Hibiki 咯，有乜嘢我哋已經
係冇 Hibiki 咯，
係咯，好打你
係咯，冇 Hibiki，開波啊！嗱，開波啦，
開波入咪佢入我哋開波嘅咩？緊張做咩啫？
And with their core four, the four that Hong Kong
緊張做咩
have
啫
here,？
就唔係因為你又唔
this
係
is
你打
their
比賽
core，four of carries.
好緊張咯，而家。
Starting
緊張
off really
緊
strong.
張啊！
We'll see if it works out.
因為佢哋贏定輸嗰一場咧，會好影響我嘅，好影響我嘅心態咯。
Position.
你有咩咁跑完啊？
唔係係好影響我嘅心情咯，導致我就
心柴，
We'll see.
Well,
Literally these two teams.
好埋個擺嘅。
心柴，
心柴啊！
So it
玩
can
嘢
only be one.
要劈柴啊！
玩下
俾
數
柴
花，
佢哋贏定輸都好影響我呢個心情。
咁啊開場嚟講，兩邊都非常之好啦，叫做係。
AVFC 啊，而家
香港
係兩邊
就
兩邊嘅
所以
FC 好
對面有
，Line Tuna 就 miss 咗
South
啦
Korea flying tuna.
Yuki miss 咗
，Shia Yuki miss 咗
Still in favour of Hong Kong slightly.
Yuki
點解壓力咁樣啊？
嗱講佢名好長啊，
佢名好長啊，
我係照嗌佢 Yuki。Sakura 咯
，Sakura 咯，係啊。
Not too much
Yuki，做咩 Yuki？但好似好未來入幾多個頂。
三位係好緊 combo 嘅嘛，都花仲拉緊大家個差距啦。
Karuna 同埋 JP3 miss 咗啦。
咁呢即係香港嘅第一張 pick 啊嘛，真係好希望，即係攞到呢一分攞到呢一分就非常之有自信啦。
呢傾翻去 career 嗰邊 ，Jai miss 咗一次，對呢個情況就冇幫助，但係 Karuna miss 咗一次。咁而家兩邊嘅 score advantage 都差唔多，所以而家個 difference 喺度 hold 兩樣嘅。Karuna 再 miss 多次 ，Flying Tuna，
呢度
開三個 player miss 咗，
呢度都
而家 A1個 lead 咧就慢慢翻去 Hong Kong 嗰邊啦。
睇下 hold 唔 hold 到啦。
如果冇人 break 嘅話就係咯，Korea 兩個 break 咗，咁有機會翻去香港嗰邊係咯 ，lead 翻去香港嗰邊。 Culture 嘅 act 係好過 A1嘅，係 A1 miss 咗，A1 miss 咗，A1 miss 咗，唔緊要，仲有3個可能 combo。
係對面呢個 Culture。
Oh no，A1 miss 咗又。好，再 miss 多次 A 啊，係，所以 lead 就去翻 Korea 嗰邊嘅。哦 no！ 好啦，哦 ，JP3 同埋 Sakura 都 miss 咗。咁機會比較渺茫啊，優勢就會翻去 Korea 嗰邊，因為 Cruncher 我唔知點讀佢名，好緊1000 combo 啦。我相信佢應該 F 啲人嘅。哦 ，Cruncher break 咗之後，
呢個時間
下次啦，但係唔夠時間，係。哦，OK，咁就香港就輸咗 first pick 啦，輸咗啦。咁就應該係 break point。Break point.
South Korea to start this off.
South Korea 就攞咗個 break point 啦。
In a really good position. They've got so much of the board or the map pool, I should say.
而家就 South Korea pick 啦。
They could pick something really comfy here. Guarantee that lead. It is unfortunate for Hong Kong. They did have very good scores on that, especially A21, really pulling it in, but just that little section catching them out big time.
係啊，到呢啲我唔會輸啦。
A really competitive first map. It was just a one-person performance from Karcher, just hauling his team through. The rest of South Korea trading blows, maybe falling a bit behind against Hong Kong. So yeah, I think SK are going to be giving Karcher some.
咁樣第一場就係俾咗對面攞分啦，但係睇下可唔可以拉得翻。如果持續俾對面拉開呢個差距嘅話咧，好打擊啊！
係啊 ，free mod 2啊
，free mod 如果呢張係 HR 開 HR 嚟玩嘅話咧，就係都算係幾正常嘅一張 map 嚟嘅。但係個問題咧就係佢唔開 HR 嘅時候咧，佢係一張 AR8嘅 map 嚟嘅，就係 no mod 啦或者 hidden 咧都係好辛苦嘅。
哦，570，哦，570上場啦，要跌走咗 ，MC 玩到走啦。RS 上場啊 ！Oh my god！ 究竟570可唔可以再 carry 多一次啊？
It's a decent margin that they've.
我而家好耐未見570身形咯。
They can put the roster together for this. Could be very interesting.
Oh yeah, the both teams can put together a good roster for this, just with 2 mods on each. They have the mod specialists. This low AR high CS map in particular is a pretty.
570就係喺 HK OWC team嘅第2嘅一個 4 digit 啦，咁佢都係最勁嘅，即係喺 OWC team 都係一個最勁嘅4 digit，下面即係 HK OWC team。咁RSC 都上咗場啦，咁佢啲 speed 都係算係好勁。咁而家 roster 就係 RSC JP3A1 仲有570啦。我估 JP3 同570 hit 啦應該。
我都冇輸嘅。
咁就睇下佢哋揀咩，我覺得570應該係 HD 嘅。No mod 我已經570 no mod 咯，竟然570梗係 no mod，JP3 係 HD，A1 就 HR，LS 都係 no mod。
玩緊上手。
No overmodding on this one.
RLSC 同埋570咧都係 no mod 嘅。係啊。
Yeah, this is not an
咁而家就開始咗啦。
If you have a particularly mad hard rock player, you can see that.
咁 Haruna 就已經 miss 咗啦。
570啲 ME 嚿係好震啊！
哇！佢成日都震嘅，震開嘅。
Haruna 就 early break 啦。
但係佢係震字都可以 FC 嘅啫，震字先可以 hold 到咁多條。
Fantuna miss 咗 ，Crusher 又 miss 咗 ，Jabby Free 又 miss 咗。
570 miss 咗
，570又 miss 咗。所以香港而家剩翻 RLSC 仲係 A1嘅，係 hold 緊 combo 嘅。咁RLSC 就 SS 緊啦，570做 break 嗰次。A1 就 hold 緊99.4咁總括而言咁香港呢邊係 X 係一定 hold。
張圖都好似幾短喎。
咁有兩
咗。
咁香港有兩個都 hold 緊99 X。
但係 South Korea 係有 combo 優勢咯。係有少少。
RSC hold 緊99.8啦 ，Jabby Free 係 hold 緊99.7嘅。
哎呀！RSC miss 咗，但係
RSC 都 miss 咗啦，咁就剩翻 Jabby Free 佢自己一個 hold 緊 combo 係 HK 添喎。咁但係Korea 有4個都recover 緊 combo 啦。
Karuna, the combo inaccuracy god that he is.
Flying Tuna 同埋No chain miss 啦。
Jabby Free 咗，但係
Jabby Free 都係 chain miss 咗。
Combo on the side of Hong Kong to help them with this. Flying Tuna, Karuna putting in the work.
香港都慢慢 recover 翻啲 combo 啦。
但係 RSC
再 miss 多次。
570 hold 緊，570冇 hold 到啊，算咗。
RSC A1 570咁 miss 咗。
香港係 full combo reset 啦。
咁而家香港呢邊係冇 combo。
570 all fine breaks. A little bit of combo with drag bit, but nowhere near enough to match
1000幾 combo。
what South Korea have got at this point.
咁
Very
係咯，都完㗎啦。
South Korea.
其實咪已經去到最後
at the end.
No FC.
佢嗰啲 M 好 snappy 咯。
That's 800k.
同 mouse player。
Yeah, just the team performance from South Korea.
我哋就可以睇下 Korea 嘅 performance 就係好勁嘅。
Playing into Hong Kong's free mod game and coming out on top.
咁個 score difference 都係好大。
From SK.
70萬。
I've got to say, those hidden players held on to that.
香港平均就50萬左右，45萬至40。
Specifically getting that entire ending stream section. Very well played. Got a 4 out of 40 though for Karcher. That slider break.
Okay, DT3 spend.
Moment of silence for that one. Just play though.
I'm just looking at all the players. They're all performing so well on this finals pool. It was more of the fact of unfortunate breaks, slight misaims rather than necessarily actual difficulty with the maps. Both these teams really putting in the work this week to try and put the best scores on the board that they can. And even though it's 2-0 at the moment to South Korea, I still think Hong Kong have got some metal behind them. I think they can pull something back here. Keep up. Keep this up, rally the troops, so to speak.
Fuck.
Down to the second pick.
香港係要求 time out 啊。
香港一個 time out 嘅。
This game, you know, it's a unfortunate start for them, dropping 2 relatively competitive points. But next pick, plenty more in there.
可能去廁所。
They're taking a moment, it seems, to
蘇花就
themselves.
對面就2-2 2分領先。
The last one, sure, it was about 700k in the end, but it was very competitive, and both teams definitely had their fair share of breaks on that. And this counts an accurate.
我都要求 time out 先。
Just as individual combos, particularly at the end, through the harder part that SK managed to run away a bit. So yeah, I think it's a decent start for Hong Kong. But SK, even more decent, winning those 2 relatively contested bits.
困難啦。
Just that little bit more that South Korea brought out. Those individual performances have made the biggest difference so far.
Yeah, I say it wasn't for Karcher if you 1-1. Straight up.
And surprisingly, it hasn't been, you know, probably their sort of star player, Flying Tuna, that has been, you know, pulling that in. He's been pulling in average scores so far. So if we see even more from him, I mean, South Korea looking to have an incredibly good day.
頭先嗰啲咩基本上都係喺今次咩波入邊係中等困難嘅個對嘅，但係呢一啲咩好似喺韓國隊手上就攞唔到啲咩好處。於香港會唔會轉到去選擇呢一個較為困難嘅一啲咩？HL3 ban 咗未啊？
That's going to be really good for
ban
HL3 係比較困難，比較難嘅呢度。
It's a relatively new addition.
Free more free，
having a good start to this game.
因為 free 㗎
係 aim 啦、移動同埋一啲好怪嘅滑條，基本上同踢 map 差唔多，可以講係嗰類型嘅，亦都係喺今次 map 入邊比較麻煩嘅一啲 map 嚟嘅。
好短啦，同埋1分47秒。
如果呢一類型都唔得嘅話，可能真係要嘗試下最簡單嘅 1 嗰啲類型，即係喺最基礎嘅地方下可唔可以 hold 到 combo 同埋 accuracy 去攞到分數。
咁香港都係嗰4日天王啦，但係Korea 嗰邊就換咗Doomsday Fanboy 上出嚟嘅。 咁其他都一樣，但係 Doomsday Fanboy 就上咗場。咁而家個 match 就準備開始啦。
香港加油！
香港加油啊！
香港加油啊！要掙扎，
掙扎。
試下 Yuki hidden A1 黑鑊咯。
咁 Jeffrey no mod 啦，MCI4 no mod。咁同樣Korea 嗰邊都有2個 no mod 咁樣。咁呢一就黑 Rosh， 呢一黑 Rosh 啊要
Perhaps hoping for a standout play from him as they put no KJK, Doomsday Fanboy on him.
Doomsday Fanboy on
over on the other side of the table. We have A21 on Hard Rock.
Doomsday Fanboy 再 miss 咗。
Doomsday Fanboy that's having real issue. Sorry Doomsday, but
it's only early days. Don't just come in. I believe in him.
一開始望落 Korea 對 Korea 冇咩優勢，咁就 Doomsday Fanboy 再 miss 多次啦。咁個 lead 就會慢慢傾向香港嗰邊嘅。
hold 住啊，大家！
係啊，張圖比較短啊 ，hold 住就贏啊！
1分47秒已經過接近一半啦。
咁 despite early miss A1 嘅 early miss 啊，但係因為Doomsday Fanboy 就係miss 啊，所以香港就而家係 hold 緊個 advantage 啊。Doomsday Fanboy 再miss 多次，咁明顯對呢個成個 match 係冇優勢，但係 Jeffrey 再 miss 咗一次。
Lots of time for implosion. We see Dragbit falter slightly as he finds a combo reset. A21 is still there with
慢慢拉翻去 Korea， 但係 Grenada miss 咗 ，Flying Tuna miss 咗
，Flying Tuna as well。
而家香港好大優勢啊 ，hold 住就得㗎啦。
3個 combo 優勢
Flying Tuna 再 miss 咗一次 ，Jeffrey miss 咗。
3 big combos and those 2 mod players.
Yuki 同埋 MCI4 FC 緊啦，咁A1 early miss 但係都之後 hold 翻 combo。Jeffrey 再 miss 多次，但係 combo advantage 都係香港嗰邊係有優勢。Flying Tuna chain miss 之後咁樣就決定咗香港就贏咗呢個 pick 啦。
Standing score from Hong Kong，
攞咗一分
兩個 FC，
就終於冇錯，終於攞一分啦。
Hong Kong, they're on the board. Avoid that 3-0 with a great performance. You know, near 900Ks, near 1 millions on 3 players, including the 2 mod players, A21 and Shiraha Yuki. Yeah, really good plays there.
3位1000 combo 嘅。
No KJK though with that hidden FC as well for South Korea.
平
The only full combo, but that was pretty mighty as well.
It was the hidden players having a great time on Free Mod 3. Yeah, unfortunately for South Korea, Doomsday Fanboy just was not having a good
睇下
time
香
on
港
that
會唔
hard
會
rock.
揀啲 hard rock 啊？
Struggled to build
或者對
anything throughout most of
而
the
家
match.
係
Once the nomads had
South
gone,
Korea
it was it for
踢啊
South Korea. There was just nothing they could do.
依家係 South Korea 踢。
Oh, there's plenty they still can do. Next pick goes to them. They still have a point in tow thanks to the break point. No 3 mods left, so you won't see any more of those.
咁啊 free mod
Both
就
teams looking to try and exhaust that. as
ban
quickly
咗
as
手，
possible.
揀咗2手，咁啊冇晒啦。
They could
整
keep
梯
going with the
啊
low approach rate, although
hard
that
rock
might be a
3
bit
手
of a
，DT
risk
3
into
手，
Hong Kong.
同
I
埋
think
no
South
more
Korea
4
probably have the
手。
stronger team on paper.
啊
4v4 on something like that hidden 2 right there.
Yeah, definitely hidden 2. You'd assume that South Korea could probably do quite well on DT2 as well.
Oh yeah.
Nomad 2 potentially as well. A lot of these stream intensive
No
maps,
more
I think.
No more
but
six.
they're gonna go in
哇！
there.
呢
No more
張
six 㗎，
Interesting.
好
Very
奇
interesting.
怪
from
啊！
South
要
Korea.
講呢一張係好多2連同埋4連嘅掣嘅，跟住佢要考嘅就係讀圖啦。咁我一個字形容咧就係難嘅就係懶啊
No more six 啊！
，3分20秒。
Lower six 係讀圖咗一 finger control 咁，就睇下邊一邊嘅 finger control 係好啲啦。香港都係嗰4個 MCY4、JB3、A1、Shaha、Yuki， 咁就有少驚奇地就係570就冇入到嘅，因為570finger control 都係算係勁啦，讀圖都算係勁嘅。
好聽啊首歌，好聽啊首歌。
東方啊，
好有機會570上場。
Yeah, in my eyes,
RLS
RLS 喎
RLS 嘅
it's different from the
啲 finger control 都好勁啊！
咁都係2個 finger control 同埋 speed god 啦，都係 RLS 同埋570。咁如果講到speed 或者係 finger control 就係佢哋2個其中一個上場㗎啦。咁今次就 RLS 上咗場，咁個 match 就差唔多開始。
I know South Korea are a different team,
香港加油！
but it's still surprising to see them
有
want to battle Hong Kong after last week's performance on a map like this.
They're brave. They're gonna try and brave the fire. I mean, head to head, yeah. Hong Kong actually beat South Korea's score handily on last week's Nomad 6. But it is a very different sort of map. Less intensive on raw aim, although this definitely does have some of that sort of low BPM aim. But it's more focused on raw rhythm. Maybe it benefits some of the gimmicky players on SK more. I can see it. No Mayaz. I'm a little bit interested in why Mayaz isn't playing this.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually seen Mayaz at all so far. So might not be having the best day at the moment.
哇！咁蘇花就大家都冇斷過冇，但係 accuracy 咧就非常之跌得低啊！呢個2連一大堆好奇怪2連啊！
而家全場都係 A21 hold 緊99 accuracy。
94s and 92s coming out.
A1 hold緊99 accuracy。咁
RLS first miss 咗
those lower accuracies.
RLS miss 咗啦。咁 JB3 都 miss 咗嘅。
South Korea drag bit 3 goes as well. That's 2 down for Hong Kong.
咁香港就2個 miss 咗啦。
2連4連都話
Very strong here.
係啊。
All 4 the players up to like an S rank in accuracy. Zyson falling behind a little bit though. But definitely
卡魯吧miss 咗。
comfort deficit here.
Station 都 miss 咗啦。咁Station 嘅 accuracy 就有少少就差嘅，就92啦。咁 Corona 都 miss 咗 ，RS 都 miss 咗。
I mean, I think that was an actual break there, but
咁但係反而 accuracy 香港係有 MCY4 hold 緊97 A1 hold 緊9都係 hold 緊97嘅。
Despite the accuracy on drag bit.
香港方面目前都係有少少優勢 ACC 方面。
the combo will definitely help that
咁
a little bit as well.
兩邊嘅分就好近啊，好近。
Oh my god！
咁啊首歌
哇
咩啊
close
8
Full
半
combo players, can they hold in this second half? MCY4 A21, Nope KJK and Flying Tuna.
MCY4 同埋 A21 都 hold 緊 combo， 兩個 hold 緊88 combo 嘅。都係 FC 緊嘅，咁佢哋兩個咧
One side or the other.
就係主要嘅 combo support 啦。咁 Station 都 miss 咗啦。
Zyson will go as well.
JB3 嘅 combo support 係
Situation.
非常大啊。
哦，咁 Jump Free 慢慢 recover 翻啦。咁而家香港就有3個 supporting combo。我咩 MCY4 miss 咗，咁而家淨係翻 Jump Free 同 A1。
finds a reset. There goes a full combo for Hong Kong.
咁 Korea
combo left.
咁 Korea 都有3個係 hold 緊好高 combo 嘅。咁 Station 再 miss 咗啊！咁有機會個 lead 會慢慢 switch 翻過去 Korea 嗰邊嘅。
Korea 拉緊分啦，睇下會唔會拉得切。
MCL4 再 miss 咗，RS miss 咗，咁就對香港嘅情勢係冇幫助嘅。咁 RS 再 miss 咗次，咁個 lead 就慢慢翻去 Korea 嗰邊嘅。哇！分
有一位斷咗線好似
有一位斷咗線。
計埋佢嘅分嘅話，應該就係啦。呢度爭3000嘅。
But yeah, 26K for South Korea there. Just about.
咁就係咯。
佢哋
嗰邊應該就冇斷線，可能係呢一度直播斷咗啫。
可能係個 client 出咗事。
呢一分就South Korea壓力咗，應該就係。
Oh my! Hey, South Korea.
咁而家香港就Korea 有3啦 ，next 就 Hong Kong。咁 Hong Kong 我覺得 predict 啦，我覺得有機會 pick 翻number 1嘅咁。
我手太震啦！
outstanding performance on that map, really high score。
咁樣出咗啲技術性問題。
個 client 就有少少問題，咁佢哋就 restart 緊啦。
You can have all the act you want. He had 97.3 on that, but 2 FCs, that's just gonna win out.
未完㗎係。
Honestly, 2 full combos on that.
未完嘅。
Flying Tuna and no KJK taking the fight to Hong Kong there.
佢拎機啊！依家。
Great picks, but they're working out for SK so far. They are working out, although it has been very close. They're reaping the rewards from these.
咁呢個 match 對香港嚟講係好關鍵，因為佢哋如果再輸咗次咧，咁就佢哋基本上就被淘汰啦，因為呢個已經係 loser bracket 啦。
I definitely think that was probably one of the more, like you said, 50-50 maps.
可能就翻嚟啦。咁香港 pick 咗 HD2 嘅。
That was very intense right to the end.
HD2
Hong Kong's
D2
獨圖同埋 A 命又係喐啊，又係 finger control 嗰類，但係咧就 AL8 點散咯。
咁Espresso 啦，570上咗場。
Hong Kong have a pretty decent low AR roster, right? They do have a pretty decent low AR roster.
3分46。
Picking this into SK is asking for trouble, in my opinion. Because SK have a very strong form in these sorts of maps, and they are getting quite hard now.
香港嘅低 AR 係好勁
It's brave, man. It's brave.
最勁嗰兩個就係570再 A1。
唔係 JB3 都好勁
，JB3 都勁嘅。Shayuki 我唔知啊。
Interesting decision that they've gone with here. But you know, maybe it's gonna
係有啲危險啊！因為South Korea 都 Hidden 2都
at the level yet where they're getting skill capped on these sorts of maps. And if that's the case with this Hidden 2, maybe if they're not finding this as tricky, it could be very solid for them. If they could pick this up and take this away from South Korea, it's a real blow to South Korea's options in terms of picks. Because like you said, you pick this as a very strong South Korea map. If they haven't got this in the bag, what else don't they have?
Yeah, this one is not quite AR8, it's AR8.3, but it does feel very similar. This one has a lot of aim presence. Lots of linear aim.
A1 early miss.
6-star mechanics, so the jumps are quite significant. There's some really hard linear aim patterns in the
JB3 miss咗嘅。
overlaps to read. It's a very all-around.
Korea 4個 Hong combo 冇一個 drop combo。
Shayuki 係好緊 SS 嘅。
哇！呢個
Flying Tuna miss 咗，但係570咁 miss 咗。
Some early breaks there from Hong Kong. 1 FC to 3 right out of the gate.
Season miss 咗。
Make that 2.
咁advantage 去翻香港呢邊。
Snap's full of those.
唔係，其實仲喺韓國嗰邊嘅。
有兩位係 hold combo 啊。
韓國整體 app 好少少啊，唔係
香港同埋 Korea 都有2個 hold combo 嘅，但係 Korea 就2個 FC 啊 ，Jabby Free 就已經 break 咗啦，咁而家剩翻 Shihayuki 一個 FC 緊，但係 so far 大家都 recover 緊個 combo 啦，咁個 accuracy 570 miss 咗。
570 will find a reset though.
咁 Kaluna 就 hold 緊99啦
，Yuki 到 A1，
Yuki 同埋 A1 2個都 drop 咗嘅。
goes as well, but Dragbit's the only one who's got any combo for Hong Kong.
咁 advantage 去翻 Korea 嗰邊 ，Station miss 咗，
Carries on the way it's been going.
但係個 difference 都係好明顯。Kaluna miss 咗。其中Korea 嘅其中一個combo support 冇咗啦，咁就但係 Nope 同埋 Flying Tuna hold 緊 combo， 咁 map 已經過咗一半㗎啦，香港4個都 break 晒冇一個 FC，
香港比較劣勢㗎。
但係 Jabby Free recover 翻個 combo 有500 combo， 但係相比 Korea 2個一個600一個400都係有差距嘅。咁就睇下之後個KI section， 睇下會唔會Korea 嗰邊當 miss 啊 ，Shihayuki miss 咗。就算啦 shit miss 嘅，咁 Kaluna miss 咗 ，Shihayuki 再 miss 咗次 ，Sasson 都 miss 咗。咁就嚟到。
Massive combos, 2 on SK, 1 on Hong Kong. They're making this look like white work
TI section 就嚟㗎啦。
Still in it, Hong Kong. Honestly, they're still in it with their recovering combos.
咁除非 Korea 嗰邊supporting combo 全部 break 晒，咁我覺得冇咩機會。但係香港都有 recover 可能 combo。
佢翻出或者 Yuki 其中一個 break 嘅話，其實香港都有機會。
570 Jabby Free A1 都 hold 緊 combo，Jabby Free hold 緊最高 combo，A1 drop 咗 ，Nope 都 drop 咗，所以大家而家個570都 drop 咗，所以而家剩翻 Jabby Free 又 hold 緊 combo 嘅，再 Flying Tuna 咁已經完㗎啦。
如果可以再多。
Nope KJK and Flying Tuna.
香港再 hold 多一陣咁就
pretty insane. Nope KJK 900k there. Flying Tuna doing so well. Those two pulling South Korea through that.
而家就香港1 Korea 4。
Brave from Hong Kong, but it wasn't looking.
Korea 再攞多2 point 咁就係 match point 啦。
You got to give props there to Dragbit. He did everything he could, nearly getting 900k himself.
Hong Kong, Korea.
Excellent play there from Dragbit. Honestly, looking at that, I think their roster was pretty well suited for it. Clearly, they were just feeling that map today. I can see why. But South Korea are a tough customer on low AR hidden.
可以睇得出Korea 呢邊嘅 AR8嘅能力啦。
首歌好聽
SK Star dipping in some of that speed into some of those mechanics. Mechanics, I think, are more of a neutral ground as well. Hong Kong
有可能 no more one to go
咁揀 D2 嘅
or hard work one. But when it comes to speed and things like that, I think SK is still going to be the stronger team.
一定就係
RSC
咁一定就係 Korea 呢邊佔 advantage。
係啊，追到好似幾長係咪？不過
OK 長啊，去貼紙啦多啲，又係多啲2連咯，好奇怪嘅。
as expected 咁2位speed player 570同 RS 又上咗場啦。咁A1 同埋 Shihayuki 2個都係冇變嘅。
比較得意就係呢張咩係 AR8 再 DT 啦，都係 AR9.幾
able to battle against some of the greats in this tournament.
咁啊 DT 入邊算係比較低嘅。
Specifically against a team like the UK who had
they
have a strong roster.
咁呢張圖就4分鐘啦，咁就講下睇下可唔可以 hold 到個 combo。
唔好comfortable enough on this map.
呢個貼紙都辛苦。
They are going to be tough to stop.
大家
係加油！
咁就睇大家嘅 speed consistency。
AR 9.6666哇！即係 AR 9.7啊。
Hong Kong is up to like the third and fourth. Hong Kong to step.
RSC 就我哋真係咁多場可以睇到 RSC performance 就有時候就會有少少 shit miss 嘅。咁總括而言570嘅 combo 就比較高 ，hold 到個 consistency， 但係570個 accuracy 係比較差嘅 RSC。咁 RSC 嘅 accuracy 又比較高啦，但係兩個都係好勁嘅。咁 Korea 嗰邊就Doomsday Fanboy 仲有 Flying Tuna， 其他兩個我就唔幾熟，但係 Doomsday Fanboy 仲有 Flying Tuna 佢哋兩個嘅 speed 同埋 stream 都係幾勁下嘅。
It's a very different sort of map than what we've seen in this slot so far. I think that's been reflected in the lineups because the Hong Kong lineup is normally very similar.
A1 570 RSC 佢哋三個可唔可以好啦
？Maybe the control-based nature suits him better.
Yeah, it's hard to say. The one thing you can say is actually Hong Kong.
Doomsday Fanboy early miss 嘅，咁而家就香港係攞緊呢個 advantage 啦。
Adjusting well to this map. Can they keep it up? Only time will tell.
咁 Flying Tuna hold 緊 SS
啦。It's just the early break there from Doomsday Fanboy.
咁香港就有3個98 accuracy。
Not important
right now. 570今次嘅 accuracy 係幾好嘅，但係佢 break 咗。
That changes things up a bit though. Minecraft 570 finds the first break. Really going to start to see it pull towards South Korea now.
個 advantage 又慢慢 shift 緊去 Korea 嗰邊。570再 miss 多次，咁就 switch 咗去 Korea 嗰邊嘅個 score lead 嗰邊。
Combo's looking pretty good, especially for Hong Kong as well. They are definitely.
Shayuki 同埋 Doomsday Fanboy miss 咗。
combo 優勢都喺佢嗰邊追佢哋啊！
我都 miss 咗啊 ！Doomsday Fanboy 570 miss 咗啊！冇啦。
Minecraft 570 though was trying to recover.
都係
Let's find a break.
兩邊
still.
RSC 今次反而 hold 好多 combo， 1000 combo， 咁 A1 都係 hold 緊1000 combo， 但係 Korea
分好近啦，爭成1000分，800分就爭成，非常近啊！
咁 Korea 有兩個 hold 緊 FC 啦，咁 Hong Kong 呢邊都係有兩個 hold 緊 FC 嘅。咁就睇下嗰4個其中一個 miss 咗，咁個 lead 就會倒向個即係另外一邊。咁 no miss 咗，570 miss 咗，A1 miss 咗。咁
邊都係有一位 miss，570再 miss 一次。
係啊，加油啊 RSC！
個 lead 慢慢翻去 Korea 嗰邊。
哇！你又有 Yuki， 哇兩個啊！
爭少少咋，爭少少咋。
喺呢個位 miss 就分數爭。
Doomsday Fanboy miss 咗啊！但係 Doomsday Fanboy 570 miss 咗，唉冇啦。
哎呀，好近啊！其實
係嗰 part 就我哋最主要 A21嗰個 supporting combo 一下就將個分拉走咗，所以就對面喺呢個位就直接搶咗一大紮嘅分，同埋當呢首 match 就去到最後階段個分數就真係每 combo 都好重要。
Flying Tuna, he does what he does best, doesn't he? Look at that 99% FC, cleans your life.
Flying Tuna 99% FC。
成9.3啦。
RLSC though doing the job for Hong Kong with even better accuracy, mind you. Known for his no modern gimmicks, RLSC, but he's got a mean DT control on him apparently. That was an excellent score from him.
挽回呢個 score， I mean 挽回呢個 match point 分數，我覺得係應該係比較低。
But again, you mentioned
但係
it was that control element
還是有機會啊
Hong Kong a bit more.
都仲係有機會嘅。
Against the South Korean side, but it shows their potential. South Korea, they're winning these picks.
香港 pick 啊，而家係
margins are not great on all of these maps.
一反攻勢啊，直接連攞6分。
Really having to fight
我覺得
picks against Hong Kong, which is what you
香
want
港有機會
in a match like this.
pick no more one， 但香港因為South Korea 嗰邊有 Flying Tuna。
We aren't out of strong picks yet, but yeah.
但係香港呢邊都有 A 嘅。咁睇下佢哋咁睇下香港會 pick no more one 啦。
To pull this one back, I mean that shows that they
pick 咗 DT4 啊，係 pick 咗
and they are going for one.
pick 咗舊圖嘅舊圖
DT 啊 ，which I guess makes sense for Hong Kong.
AR 8.5 DT AR 10，亦都係一張AR 好高嘅咩
？This is basically a 190 BPM.
香港就翻去四大天王嘅 roster。
Kind of feels like alt map style thing, but it is at a faster BPM. Lots of tough flowing all the way throughout this. Relentless bursts and streams. I'd say this is one of the harder maps in the pool from my own playthrough. Definitely one of the spicier ones, I'd say.
Alternative map.
That's scary going into a team like South Korea. But Hong Kong have been taking risks. Some of them haven't been paying off, but they are really going for it.
I mean, we did actually see both teams.
Yeah, Korea
last weekend, South Korea actually played it, I believe, in their first match.
Okay. 咁 Yuki 就係過咗去 Korea 嗰邊嘅 roster
against Japan. And they didn't put up the best of scores on this.
Flying Tuna 佢唔俾 Flying Tuna 打。咁 Flying Tuna 就嚟到香港呢邊啦。咁香港就係好大優勢啊，因為有 Flying Tuna。
Take this away from South Korea, but it's
Yuki 啊，
whether
成日都叫 Yuki， 太長啦個名。
Hello Yuki。Hello Yuki。
Looking at South Korea, I think they're probably going to look to put in some decent scores on this, knowing that Hong Kong were also strong on this sort of map.
Yeah, Hong Kong have been consistently good on these SIP picks. These sorts of picks have been something that Hong Kong have been consistently good at. And yeah, you look at the head-to-heads, South Korea, yeah, they definitely look like they have the edge over South Korea on this sort of map. But I think this one in particular is definitely a step up in terms of raw difficulty compared to those maps. But in style, yeah, very similar. If they can perform to that level again, Hong Kong, then this might be a really good way back into this game. You're going to have to play well, though. SK will not let them get away with this one, not at late stage. We'll see, though. The lineup's looking similar, I guess.
Alternative finger control.
There's still no Myaz. Is Myaz even available? He played DT4 last time for SK, but he's not here.
I'll have to say, we've not seen him at all, so the consensus would be that maybe he's not available. Early break there from Flying Tuna as well as Karuna. Not a good start for South Korea, but still a fair amount of time. It's very early on, those breaks. Interesting that they did break, considering that there really isn't much adjustment from DT2.
No miss jaw.
KJK will go as well.
4位都 hold 緊 combo 㗎。
咁 Karuna 同埋 No 都 miss 咗，香港4 wings FC 咁樣而家就係。
Early days, but the omens
可能再 miss 咗次啦。
拉大啲個差距。
香港好大 advantage 啊！
It's just Doomsday fanboy left. My boy.
Nope, JK flying to miss shot.
For South Korea.
Doomsday fanboy 都係開緊 combo，但係香港
仲係開緊啊
！A 一 miss 咗，但係都有3位 FC 緊嘅，將 map 名一半啊，差唔多。咁香港好大，
對面得翻位 FC。
香港好有機會係可以攞到呢一分嘅，但係唔敢亂講。A 一 miss 咗 ，Yuki miss 咗
，Yuki， 跟住兩位，仲有兩位好緊嘅，對面仲係一位。
咁對面慢慢 recover 翻個 combo。Oh jump free 啊！呢個 no，inside four。Hold 住 inside four。I'm sorry.
It will be, yeah. Those
supporting combo 啊。
4分1得翻。
呢條 miss 咗。
In the first quarter, this map, Flying Tuna goes. There you go.
Doomsday fanboy miss 咗，快啲！
快 miss 啊對面。
Doomsday fanboy 快啲 miss 咗。
Long as MCY4 holds for Hong Kong.
Doomsday fanboy 快啲 miss 啊
！Back though, South Korea.
miss 咗。No Yuki。
目前仲 hold 緊個。
Hello 啦 ，miss 咗。
分數上仲 hold 緊嘅。僵持中，冇問題。
我哋慢慢翻返去香港呢邊。
分尾鎖對翻香港 SCY4 係一個 hold 緊 FC 啊。哇！全場為 FC。Holy shit！MCY4
全場唯一一個 FC MCY4 carry， 咁就 carry 香港贏咗呢個 point。
Nope, they avoid the match point. They really
180萬
need it if they
分
want to stay in this game.
1400。
MCY4, one of their core
咁未完嘅，一定
coming up with
未
the goods again. That's a really good FC. Shout out to Doomsday
有
fanboys
機
as
會
well, who
由
really
呢一分
tried
開
to
始
carry
反
his
追
team through here. Just the one miss. Pretty
呢
major.
一分先係呢一個 match 嘅開始。
Winning their own pick.
嚟啊
The DT4
咁啊
gambit.
下一張都係 South Korea pick 嘅。
比賽啱先開始啊，大家。
South Korea just not that big on these maps. I'm a little bit surprised actually.
2-5咁今場應該係 BO 13嘅。
They do look vulnerable on that sort of DT4.
係啊，17
贏7分先會係贏嘅。
Does that open up something like no
咁 South Korea 再贏多2分咧就贏㗎啦，但係香港
different sort of map, but similar sort of
睇有冇機會
aim control.
拉翻去泰。
I think the control elements are really strong for Hong Kong. But again, it's really going to come down to South Korea. I'm looking at this Hard Rock pool and thinking none of these
一
teams
張
have
Hard
touched it.
Rock 都係未揀過嘅。
Hard Rock Free，
Hard
Rock Free， 你一講 Hard Rock 嚟，佢揀 Hard Rock。
Finally, we get some Hard Rock. I'm so
你
excited.
所講啦，非常之難啦，係一張好 tag 嘅 map 嚟嘅。
我哋望到 Real Lacy 呢個 map 佢就知咩事㗎啦，其實。
Good Hard Rock roster, let me tell you.
移動啦 ，aim 啦 ，finger control 啦，好多4連啦又係，但係仲同時咧就好多3連再加1點，再加個3連再加1點，真係係啦，知咩料啦，好黐線。
Tricky streams, tricky kicksliders,
NTA 21 Mac 啊
any of those. Obviously on Hard Rock settings.
係啦，基本上呢張 map 就聽呢個 music 咧，同埋見呢個
不妙，
map
心知不妙啊！
不妙啊，不妙啊！
I don't think this was too bad on that.
咁
Pretty hard though.
係咯，就嚟開始㗎啦。咁香港呢一邊就睇落係冇咩信心啦。
對呢張 map 嘅練習如何啦？真係
四大天王依舊。
咁睇下佢哋個人做法如何啦。
Either team have really dipped into this sort
開
of
始
pick for a little
就
while.
開始咗啦。
Not for the last few weeks has either team picked into Hard Rock 3 since it's been added to the pool. So something a little bit different from the side of South Korea here. I don't think Hong Kong are too keen on this, but they are capable on Hard Rock. They have the mechanics players for it. They won't mind the AR-10 at all.
Yeah, I think South Korea, they just want to test the waters on Hard Rock a bit. You know, see where Hong Kong really lie. I mean, they have 2 breakpoints in hand. Yeah, they're in a really strong position. They can take these sorts of risks.
Rapid free miss 咗。
First break coming out from Tragbit. Favor South Korea here.
哇
Tricky sliders. You know.
哇！
你點解放 miss 咗？
Parallel, they were very
哇！
strong
對
on
面
that like
四
this.
位
but
FC 緊
a bit
到
of
快
issues when you apply the hard rock. MCY
已經
4
可以
finds
睇
a
得
break
出個
as well.
difference 咯。
Again, a very short map as South Korea continue to hold 4 full combos.
試下
They
Yuki
approach the halfway point.
Hey,
Shara
miss
Yuki
Joe.
will go as well.
香港得 A 一 hold 緊啲 FC 嘅係。
Painful for
點解
Hong
對面
Kong.
仲可以
Four
FC
FCs,
四位
just A21. Thought you said this was an anti-A21 map. He's the only one left.
四啊，對面有一位 miss 咗，咪得翻3位 FC。喺香港呢邊係得一個
Archer
好
though
緊
does
港
find a
寶。
reset, so it's not
A 有 break A 有 break
South
A
Korea
有 break 咗。
right before the
好
slow
啊，
section.
香港呢邊4個 break 晒，
Unfortunate, but
但係
I don't
MCY
see
4 再
anything
Japan 3咧都
really do here
recover 翻
unless
combo，
South Korea just
咁就睇下 Korea 呢邊可以
terrible time.
break 兩個
Just reset right up.
break
as
晒
we
佢
get this
就最靚。
next
晒佢
section,
最靚，
but
香
it's
港
so
就可以
unlikely.
Alright.
會
Free no。
啊！呢一 part 真係黐線。
Little
What?
stacks here.
喂啊！
而家 flying 都話，哇 MCY 4 miss 咗
There's。only one FC left.
對面仲
South
有一位
Korea, but
FC
there's nothing
嘅，
left for Hong
但係我
Kong.
哋呢邊都
This
冇
section,
combo
it's just
support 啦，已
Karuna
經
left.
全部都 break 晒。
個 lead 個 lead 啊，太大
Korea
啦。
holds the 4. Does find a reset though, can't bring home the full
咁
combo.
香港同埋
but it's done
Korea
nearly
全部都 break 晒。
900k on this map. That's more
但係
than enough.
就
Yeah, you just kept
黐
going.
線啦。
Hit that
真
burnt
係
right
黐
section.
線，
Just
He's
kept
the-
going.
真係
Karuna
不
was
估
denied
好
the
，realize
because
自
he
己個
missed
名
that
號，
last slider.
大家都知佢 tap 貓。
It was taken away. No.
6分啊
He's just being
，match
humble.
point。
I had an
對面只要
800k
再
score,
攞1分
guys.
就
800k.
贏啦。
Yeah, that was pretty big from Karuna, but it was the team performance really overall. It was a strong pick. They did so
香港
well
呢
in
邊
the
平均都
first
有
half, and Hong
成40
Kong
萬
had those early breaks.
40幾萬㗎喎。
They could never
平均
really
分
recover. A good pick from SK for sure.
HD 呀，
Oh, it's going to be nasty now. Hong Kong are going to need something very special to pull this back.
Wow.
South Korea still have a lot of powerful picks in their arsenal.
貼紙嘅
Hidden one is the Gambit.
240
香港
BPM。
HD1
hidden. They've done
係
well on this
240
before.
BPM。
Yeah, like you said, Hong Kong their backs are up
Okay,
against the
guys,
wall here.
lie
They've
down.
really. Well, they don't have a choice. They either got to
呢個
pick well
aim
or
都
they,
非常
they
之
go
重
home.
要啦，但係香港好快作出決
I
定
think
就
this is
揀呢
probably
一
the
首
pick
啦。
out of all the maps remaining, honestly. Because they have done so well on it in the past. It's one of the maps they won against the US. This one, a bit different though. This one is more
香港
about
加油
high speed aim. You can see the 240 BPM there. But it's quite a bit faster. Lots of anti-aim and kick slider patterning here. But the core theme is aim on hidden. It will suit Hong Kong just fine.
So here we go as we enter the 9th map of this matchup. It's the first chance South Korea have to close this out. They need to do it on a break point though,
hit 得
but it's not like they don't have a lot of other opportunities still remaining. As Hong Kong are going to need to find another 4 points.
有啲 miss。
係
而家係 Yuki miss 咗
Hopes and dreams
會
alive
位嚟嘅。
as we find early breaks coming out from 821 Shiraha Yuki though. But there's so much of this map left.
香港有2個都 miss 咗
Not really
early
gonna be a
break，
concern at this
但係
stage.
MCY 4 Japan 3 hold combo 嘅，而家都 miss 咗，
It's a lot
但
of
係
map
Korea
picks.
4A FC
Plenty of tough parts to
係
it.
基本上個 combo
Early
lead
breaks are going
就
to put
係
behind.
Korea 嗰
Nothing
邊啦。
decided just yet. Gotta say though, they're putting in the heavy hitters, South Korea. All 4 of these players have been
對面3位加一
really
位100
contributing to the South Korea league.
AQSC，
They're all
依家
on
冇
good，
但係
form.
3位都係4位都係加一嚿。香港呢邊係 Yuki 係加一嚿。
Main
咁Korea 4個都 hold 緊99 accuracy 嘅。
Yeah, he is, but Shiraha Yuki finds another break.
但係係咯，香港呢邊 X 就稍為細一啲啦。
Jeffrey 同 SY 科喺度附近
combos though for Hong Kong. They're not out of it yet, but you can already see the score margin begin to really start to pull towards South Korea. So far, they are on excellent form on this in one.
Yeah, man. All 4 of those FCs
拉緊分嘅係
looking like Sunday morning. Super comfortable. But so are those FCs from Hong Kong, but
咁呢個就有可能係 possibly
what can they do?
Hong Kong 嘅 final pick 啦。
Nothing yet. They've not had any opportunities to try and steal something back.
除非真係 Korea 4咁嘅晒。
Continue to hold an A21 finds another
Yeah, that means
tragic break right before this slow section.
對面係好穩啊，4個9啊仲係好穩。
咁就睇下 Korea 後半部嘅 performance，no break 咗嘅，咁但係 Korea 攞3個可能 combo 嘅，都有3個可能9啊9啊。
MCI break 咗係
MCI Yuki break 咗 ，MCI 4再 break 多次。A1 再 break contract 其實 contract break 咗，Korea 呢邊剩翻2個喺度 hold combo 啦，但係香港咧都係剩翻位咯。咁個 map 就已經過一半啦，咁就 MCR4 再 break 咗次 ，Yuki 嗱再 break。香港同埋 Korea 都淨係得一個hold combo，
但係頭先搶分搶好多，所以 Korea 有好大優勢啊。
除非 Flying Tuna 而家 break。如果香港要攞呢個 point 嘅話 ，Flying Tuna 就要而家即刻 break。咁如果唔係就冇機會。Flying Tuna break 咗。
但係香港另外3位個 combo，
但係
啱啱好 miss 咗同個時間段接近。
係冇啦，
冇太遲啦。
香港得翻1位就呢個差距60萬。
呢個差距拉唔翻嚟。
Team couldn't support him through it.
GG well played.
The end of this map.
GG well played.
It is unfortunate, but we will be saying goodbye to Hong Kong as South Korea advance once again.
香港盡咗最大努力 ，Jabby Free 全場得 Jabby Free 一個 FC， 但係都攞唔到嘅分。咁最尾Korea 就贏咗香港嘅
7-2嘅，俾翻嚟 GG well played 咁多位
neutral picks, the 50-50s, managing to win a lot of them in some close fights. But after that, they were able to just maintain their lead.
咁啊，香港就呢一場輸咗咧，咁啊正式係今次嘅 OWC2021入邊被淘汰啦。咁最終呢個排名咧就係第5至第6名嘅。咁到底第5定第6咧？咁第6嘅啫。咁亦呢一個咧，亦都係香港過往以嚟嘅最好嘅成績。
第2次 Top 6就係
第2次 Top 6。呢證明香港係呢個潛質，即係大家都覺得香港係10幾名嘅時候，我哋係唔會10幾名。
咁就佢哋嘅 prediction 咁香港都雖然 bubble 名佢哋嘅 prediction 就係13至16啦，但係香港最尾都係攞 top 6嘅，
非常之勁啊！
好勁啊！
咁香港都盡咗最大嘅努力咯。咁但係就冇機會入 top 3。
我哋香港下次目標就係 top 3。
冇錯 ，top 3或者 top 4好。
冇錯。
大家要加油努力啦！睇下我哋下年會唔會有機會見到啲 新人又或者
新人
係啦，
冇錯。
好有
下年睇下，
好犀利嘅。
下年睇下可唔可以見到 F2X 上場啊？
冇啊
I'm really looking forward to that one.
冇
That's gonna be a
啊，
pretty cool one.
或者阿 Paul
Yeah,
啦
in a few hours before
Paul
the
唔打
next losers bracket matchup, we
Paul
are
下年
having
唔打
show
佢啊
matches to Marsh mentioned.
或者 Paul 可唔可以
1700
800 PP 之後就上
BCC
場
that
啊？
is. And it is essentially
可
a
能仲
team
會有改
rookie
變
versus
嘅。
team
我哋
veteran.
擺啊
希望
係啊，爭氣 P 啦，
係啊，
擺啊！我都輸埋啦，我都。
I believe on this pool we're going to be having the team of
完咗啦，你嗰邊都。
我完咗啦，我完咗翻嚟睇，見到香港就嚟死啦，
Ataraxia,
就係睇咗話佢哋最後一場咯。
Dito and
唉
Levolution.
輸我輸到俾 Mac 都明，
Players,
我啲
Sad
I believe,
俾啲
are
X 包打爆晒，俾 X 包。
for the first time against a team of players
打
who
得
have
好
played
好啊，
many
同上年
tournaments
印尼
on
黑
and
馬差
on.
唔多。係啊，
Consisting
香港
of
其實香港年
CZ,
年都俾人叫做黑馬㗎，真係年年俾人 predict 嗰個排名都係極低，但係最終我哋嘅成績就
冇啦，
靚。
係因為冇人識佢哋啊。
大家都覺得香港係
Yeah, we'll see which generation to it.
年年 predict 都係好
They're
低
gonna
嘅
put some on, not gonna lie.
It's the rookies versus the veterans. It should be an absolute
期待今年呢一年嚟緊呢一年嘅期間，香港更加多嘅新星同埋更加多嘅勁人去證盡佢哋嘅實力同埋
couple of hours time.
不過下年可能真係要
Until then,
瞄準一下呢一個 finals 嘅
joining me once again. It's always a pleasure.
同埋香港冇乜 speed player 啊，
I wasn't actually.
所以 speed 方面比較雜。
你咪係 Speed Player 咯，下年你
得啦，下年加個 F2X 落去換咗
加
換
F2X
我 speed 唔夠勁啊，
跟住再加埋 Hello 落去，
Of
搞
course,
掂。
thank you all once again for joining us. We will
So,
return
yeah,
for the
but
show
we know.
match at 17
Apple
minutes this evening.
Zoom,
Until then,
好似冇我見過。
we will say goodbye for now.
哇，打咩 Gumi 啊你？你都難打。
我哋打一半其實已經唔想打呢個比賽。
同埋香港
你
隊
Gumi 係極優啫嘛。我呢邊膠着緊喎。
我啲圖都懶得練。
我呢邊極其膠着，黐線有冇興趣嚟睇我比賽？即係我磨打緊。
而家即刻 comment 你比賽，
我個極其
而家 comment
緊，你知道超難打呢鋪，我覺得勁難打，我對唔住。
而家即刻轉去 commenting 呢個 resume Emilia 比賽。
拜拜。到你。成日個 T 恤邊其實我唔知喎。
我 finish 呢一邊先啦咁。
我諗到佢 T 恤其實講真喎，我唔知佢 T 恤邊度。
咁多謝咁多位一齊嚟呢個 commentating， 亦都多謝咁多位一齊嚟睇今次嘅 commentate 嘅。
你唔使多謝我，都冇 comment 多謝。
一開始比較似係呢個
好啦，我哋
watch party。
今日嘅節目就到此為止啦，再見，拜拜。
拜。
啊！